This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Carson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Now Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders nothing. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10.
Throwing now is Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On first down, Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Tyree Gillespie, the one to get him down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Carr completes it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr gives to Richard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On first down, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Quentin Jefferson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Carr now on first down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end. But
and he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
First and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. One of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
They go play action with Wilson. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he finds Penny. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there just before halftime.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 14-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Third and inches.
On third down, it's Carson.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Penny, a first down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
The Carr's throw here into the hands of Jones. 7 yards to pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Carr now on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Let's go. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying.
Here's a diving catch right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brian Edwards there to make the grab. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
He was taken down by K.J. White. 5 yards.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge.
75 yards.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. That's caught by Walter out left side. And some room to work. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play there for the Raiders.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw his Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They go with Jacobs. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
On 2nd down. It's Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's got some space here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Now Carr steps away. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
No time to shine. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And, that would get it right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An important play right here. 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Sliding out of the pocket. He hits his target, Lockett. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.